Today, you guys get an update on the Kraken. A lot of you guys have been commenting on it, and I really appreciate it. Especially you Mopar guys, any information you guys leave is really appreciated. So, quick refresher on this thing. Found this thing when I was 15 at the back of a scrapyard. I'm 49 now, and I just got it last year. I had to wait that long to rescue this car. A lot of you guys are asking, recently especially, what's the plan? It's, been over a year. Where's the update? What are you doing with this thing? Well, as you can see, there's a lot of projects. So, what I'm doing right now is, what are we in? We're in June right now of 2023. I was hoping to have this thing in the shop for 2022. Let's just say there's been a lot of ups and downs, and I've been throwing a lot of curveballs, working on the pipeline these days. So I don't work in the shop full time. And this summer, my goal is what we're doing right now is we're trying to get all the customers' vehicles done that have been hanging around, those unfinished projects, just completely out of the way by the end of the summer, so that I can just focus on all of my favorite builds. My goal is to not take on any customers one day, because I have around 40 of my own builds waiting. Some of them are half finished, some of them are even closer. And to go and throw a bunch of money into this build when I'm not quite ready doesn't make sense. I like to get a few of the things out of the way, finished. I got a bunch I want to sell. And it also gives me time to learn about this car, because I am not a Mopar guy yet. I have a lot to learn about this car. So what is the plan? Well, I've been acquiring stuff for it while I'm in this position of waiting for it to get in the shop. So I've been collecting stuff. I now have a 440 with an automatic transmission out of a motorhome to start with. Found a nice low kilometer, good running powertrain, because I've never ever got to experience a 440. So I really want to enjoy experiencing what Plymouth, Chrysler, Dodge had to offer back then. Of course I would love a Hemi, but do you see any of those laying around? No. So I started with a nice 440 package, and I want to just have fun building this car. This car might get multiple powertrains in it. Like, I just recently watched a video on a guy who built this exact same car using a Viper V10 with the 6-speed in it, and he found out that they have not changed the cross member locations for 50 years. The Viper V10 actually dropped right in here. He had to alter the cross member a little bit. But literally the motor mount location and the cross members are still in the same place they've been for 50 years. According to that guy, anyway. You guys might say different, I don't know. But we're gonna start with a 440. I thought this had the push button shift on the dash. It does not. And the door is stuck closed right now. Oh, hey, there's the number. One of you gentlemen wanted to know on the number. What do we got? Model M-P-1, I think, -L-21. Body number 699. Paint code. Looks like a DDD. Trim code. M as in mother. I think it's an 8A or a BA. I've not had a chance to look that up. And they don't make hardly anything for this car. They make rocker panels I can get, floor pans. You cannot buy fenders and all the trim pieces, and if you try and buy them online, they're really expensive. So I have got a lead on 2 more parts cars that hopefully will have what I'm looking for. So I'm waiting to get into those yards, because I need a windshield, because someone robbed this one. Of course, it left a whole bunch of rust, which we'll deal with that. Body and paint, that's easy. But I'm hoping these 2 cars are the correct year and have the parts I need. Because the fenders are a little rotten. If we have to repair it, we can, but I'd rather get an original rust-free fender if I can find it. I know down in the US you guys got a lot of parts. Another gentleman said there's lots of them in Texas. Getting parts shipped up here costs a fortune when they're that size. I have a new wiring harness for this thing, a painless wiring harness, because obviously sitting around that long with no windshield, you should probably do the wiring. I have a fuel cell. As soon as I mention 440 and fuel cell, you guys might be going, oh, you should have done original. Let's get it straight. I could not care less about originality under the hood. I do not want to experience what this old 6-cylinder had and drum brakes. That is not my thing. I've realized finally, I don't want to do original restorations ever. I like modifying. That's it. So, we have a fuel cell. We have a painless wiring harness. I have lots of wheels and tires, but problem is, excuse me, there's no axles in this car, and I've been on the hunt for a rear end for it. We want to stay Dodge, Chrysler, Plymouth, Mopar. I refuse. I will not put a Ford 9-inch in this thing or a GM rear end of any kind. I have a 10-bolt laying around. I might put in there just to make it mobile, just so I can get it down to the shop. Another gentleman commented, I bet it had an AFB carb. Well, I don't know. Yeah, that's just gonna go away, that power. But see, the insides are all rust free, which is nice. Pretty much just the fenders, rockers, and a little bit of the floor. Even this hood, we can fix this hood. It's not bad. It's just the one hood hinge is missing and that one's seized. So I'm collecting pieces. Even the bumper's straight. I have no idea what color I want to go. I kind of want to leave the patina for now. Just make it run and drive first, but I got to make it a roller with the rear end. So if any of you guys got a comment about the rear end, what's going to fit, yes, I'm probably going to want to tub this thing, but I'm not positive. I just love this car, and I don't mind taking my time because I'm keeping this one forever. This car is never leaving. So wanted to give you guys an update on where the Kraken is at. It's coming. It's coming. Larry, if I can find the rear end I need, we can begin. There you go. That's your update for now. We have not touched it. I'm just collecting pieces and getting rid of stuff out of my way. I'm hoping this is the plan. The fall and winter is nothing but all my own builds. No more customers. Just the cool stuff that is half finished and laying around everywhere. But thank you guys for watching and supporting. Really appreciate it. When you have this many vehicles, it's overwhelming. So we're trying to deal with it right now.